Here now, waiting for the Spirit Halloween to open. Cameraman Dave drove me out here because it can be a little tricky having no head driving, especially during the day. A lot more noticeable that you don't have a head. Other times you can get away with it. Police don't notice it as much, but should be opening in by my clock here about 14 minutes. And gonna go in now. We're gonna see what happens. There have been times I go in there and I'm actually told, hey, you can't come in here, you don't have a head. And in those instances I go, are you kidding me? Like, you have a prop over here where there's like a demon sucking the life out of a child, or here's a bleeding, whatever you want to call it, I don't know, some kind of limb, or here's a baby that's like a zombie eating an arm, but I can't come in? They're like, oh no, it disturbs the guests. What with you not having a head? And I'm like, you know what? That's discriminatory. Other times, I get in, I wear a mask, you know, and it's tough because there's no head to hold it, but it stays there on. It's a little stiff. It's kind of like, remember how Michael Keaton would move in Batman? He had to turn his whole body. It's like that. But I've gotten away with it in the past. We'll see what happens here. Today, just depends on the people that are working. There have been other times I've seen people come in here and they don't even notice. They go, oh look, he's an animatronic or something, and I'm like, and I don't talk, I don't have a head. I mean, I can talk without a head, but I don't talk to them. They just go about their way, and I keep looking at what I'm looking at. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see what happens, kids.
Here we are in the main mask section. These are all Trick or Treat Studios masks. We've got new this year is the Rob Zombie Michael Myers. That's the H78 original Halloween film mask. Beautiful. Those are Halloween ends. And I show you again there. Look how great that copy is. Just need to fix that hair when you buy it. No problem there at all. Here's the main mask section. This is my favorite section. And every year when Spirit opens, I always kind of, save the best for last. Make my way there, but it takes a lot to not go right to it. Look at this beautiful creature from the Black Lagoon. By the way, that also that pumpkin mask there, which is from Halloween 3, Trick or Treat makes those, but they will no longer produce these once they're sold out because they have lost the license, or it's actually complicated. They didn't lose it. They don't have it anymore. More on that in a bit. Look at this beautiful, gnarly Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Look at the ears and that mouth there. It's so nasty. Not a big fan of the film, but Trick or Treat did a great job with that mask. There's the Killing Mask from the original classic film. Some Purge masks here. And we're going to there. Now you see that is not Trick or Treat's Blood Tears, and it's awful. Look at that. Even if it was not misshapen, it's an awful looking mask. More on that later. We've got Hannibal Lecter. Now here's the H2, okay, from Trick or Treat. Just buy that and fix the hair. There's also a Blood Tears version that Trick or Treat does, which is excellent. Link to that from Lord Grimley's Manor will be in the description. Those vacuforms, that Michael Myers and then that skull at the bottom, once those are gone, no more product being restocked there. Same with this Frankenstein, because again, those are universal properties and Trick or Treat will no longer be making those. I recommend getting them now. I think they're going to be really big on the secondary market. By the way, this video not endorsed at all by Trick or Treat Studios. They did make, though, that Terrifier mask. They also made that Misfits mask. They did not make this Pennywise mask. I'm not sure who did. Look at this cool clowns. So many creepy clowns are available, and I think those are always going to be with us. Spirit does this great line here. It's kind of a Ben Cooper-esque vintage mask kind of deal, and they've added to it over the last few years. I think they're great. I think this witch is new, although I could be wrong. The zombie I know is not new. It was new last year. I love that design. That bunny looks new to me, and these are so creepy. They're a thinner vacuum form. That cat isn't new. I think that werewolf is. That's an older design there. Same with the pumpkin, but they're thinner, but they're great masks. I want to say the ape is new this year. Could have been a new one last year, though. More clowns. If you love clowns, creepy clowns, then Spirit is the place. Look at this cool pumpkin monster. I love those too. There's tons of pumpkin monsters. Here you see one with some hands. We've got this weird robot head mask, which is neat. We've also got I love that Spirit has these random designs that aren't licensed. They do a great job with these. And some of these, by the way, are made by companies like, say, Ghoulish Productions and other mask making. And I wish Spirit would add sculpted by on the tags. Just, the customer's not going to care, and it would be nice for collectors to be able to give that credit, know who did what. That would be great for a Cobra Commander. By the way, Trick or Treat is putting out a G.I. Joe line, and they've got a Cobra Commander helmet that I think is going to be available this year. I think it's already available. You might see a lot of Cobra Commanders this Halloween. We've got this cool new mask here. I don't know what it's not really from anything, but it looks very new or neat to me. These ghost masks here, Smiling Ghost or Sinister Ghost. I've loved these for years. They're easy to customize. I also have that mask there that you just saw, that kind of grinning one. I'm going to review that later in the season. More of these Sinister Ghosts and pumpkins. I just don't like the shine, but you can easily paint over that. You can take the shine off, paint it. More creepy clowns. That one has no mouth. Pretty neat. Do really dig that ghoul. The ghostly ghoul mask here. It's got the hair in front in that particular copy. Great mask, and I have a copy of that. I may review that later this season as well. We've got a nice half mask there with the skull. Just the teeth there was black, but you could paint it white if you wanted to. We've got some other assorted masks that some of these look new to me. I'm not sure, like these bone masks here, Plague Doctor, I don't think they had those last year. Always like that little teddy bear. He's been around for a while. This mask here has a movable mouth, so that's always a neat feature. More creepy clowns here. We've got a sugar skull. We've got this kind of a Slender Man design. That's been around for a while, and I think that's a Ghoulish Productions mask. Could be wrong. We've got these animal kind of masks, which I think are new this year. Certainly that one up there looked new to me. Over-the-head gas mask, if you're doing some kind of biohazard deal. We've got the Jeff the Killer. We've got that really cool alien. Check out those eyes. I think that is a really great design. I think that could be Ghoulish as well. I could be wrong, though. These serial killer masks, those are Ghoulish Productions. They're great masks. That skull is new to me this year. I'm not sure what's going on with it. We've got these monster type, animal type monsters. Baphomet, which is a goat head if you wanted to use that. A lot of creepy potential there. I love the flesh creature. Just big teeth. That's a great mask. Need to get that one year. This looks new to me with the bib there, the horned skull creature. Who doesn't love an evil scarecrow? And this mask always makes me think when I see it, I think it's been around for a few years now, we need a mask of the masked character from the comics, not the Jim Carrey version, the creepier one from the comics. Look at Sarah Jessica Parker. That's low-hanging fruit. But when you're hungry, you go for the low-hanging fruit. Got another gray alien here, or gray alien. That's a classic. We've got Momo. Very scary. Got some skulls, more clowns, an grumpy baby. That's no fun for anybody, believe me. Undead zombie, and animotion masks there. Moves with your mouth there. That's a scarecrow. This great skull mask with a bib for the ribs. That's very nice. Another wonderful pumpkin monster. Love those, man. That's pure Halloween to me. I dig it big time. Some more skulls. You got your classic hooded skull. Can't go wrong with that. Creepy cat. That I actually thought was the Big Lebowski, the dude, but it's supposed to be Jesus. It says Holy Man there. That looks like Fluffy from Creepshow, but it isn't. And then a lot of really cool werewolf masks here. That scarecrow we saw earlier. Another kind of animal creature there, killer, and then another werewolf and werewolf hands. Look low. Make sure you look so that you can see those hands. You might miss them in your store if they're kind of hidden. There's that awful H2, and I'm telling you, that's got to be a Ruby's. They've got the license now, and just look, as I said, from Lord Grimley's, you can order the superior one from Trick or Treat Studios, which once it's gone, because again, they are no longer doing H2 masks either. I'll have that link in the description. There's the Trick or Treat Studios logo. Trust me, been buying their masks for years, high quality. This is a great new product. At least it's new to me. I don't remember it from previous years. Staying Alive was playing on the speakers when I was in there. I thought that was perfect. They're zombie forest creatures, and they are so cool. It's a great idea. The bird ones make me think of Hitchcock's The Birds. Like maybe that's what Tippi Hedren saw, right? It's like her perspective. Maybe she got some damage in on him. Look at that, missing meat there. Super cool, super gross. I think that's very cool. Have to get one. Tim Curry will always be my Pennywise. Just wanted to show you that they've got a lot of Tim Curry stuff. They still have the Skarsgård, but nothing against him, but Tim Curry and that original Tommy Lee Wallace miniseries is where it's at. Full costume there. Got some Beetlejuice masks that are very cool. There's going to be more of that added as we get closer to Halloween, and of course the movie coming out. Some plushies there. And then we've got these Friday the 13th. We have a Friday the 13th this Halloween season. That is a mask to avoid. That's from Ruby's. Trick or Treat's going to be doing a version of that mask. Stay tuned. And I'm going to talk, when we get closer to that Friday the 13th, about ways that you can get a very inexpensive hockey mask, not a real one, but give you some tips how I've done it in the past to make a version that will be close to screen accurate, at the very least will look very cool. You can wear it, you can put it, hang it from your dashboard or your rear view mirror, as some people do, whatever you'd want to do, put it in your collection. So there you go. And I just want to remind you that Spirit Halloween has a wonderful thing that they do every year where they take donations to help children's hospitals that have children that are sick and that are terminally ill. And so your donations go a long way. This, by the way, this video not endorsed by Spirit Halloween or Trick or Treat Studios or any other companies mentioned. I'm just a big fan of all of it, right? And I think it's a great thing that they do this for children's hospitals. Some of these kids would love to go out probably and trick or treat, but they can't. And so Spirit is trying to make it special for them and trying to comfort them and help their families. So if you can, consider a donation. Of course, you don't have to go into the store. You can go to spirithalloween.com. When you order something there, they will prompt you. If you'd like to, you can make a donation. Thanks for watching, and you will see me, though not my head, in the next video. Thank you for entering the Vault of Shadows.